And good afternoon. Here is the news at 4. First, the highlights. LASMA tasks motorists on proper maintenance of vehicles before embarking on road trip. Nigerian Correctional Service adopts ways to address overcrowding in custodial centers. On the foreign scene, China holds combat patrol in South China Sea amid United States-led war games. And in sports, Novak Djokovic hopes for one last matchup with Rafael Nadal at French Open tennis. Now the details. I am Akan Usen. The Lagos State Traffic Management Authority LASMA has cautioned owners/drivers of vehicles to ensure that their vehicles are in good condition before embarking on any journey. General Manager of the agency, Olalikon Bakarioki, said tourists must be conscious of time and plan their journey ahead to avoid unnecessary excessive speeding while driving. Bakarioki urged motorists to obey every traffic sign and other installed traffic-related electronic devices where necessary and keep to the approved speed limit. He also warned motorists to maintain speed limits while driving on the long stretch of the newly renovated Third Mainland Bridge linking mainland and other parts of the state. The Lagos State Building Control Agency has announced that it remains steadfast in its commitment to upholding fairness, justice, and the rule of law in all its interactions and dealings. Director Public Affairs Olusegun Olaoye stated this while reacting to the allegations by parents and staff of St. Margaret Group of Schools regarding alleged detention of the school and sealing or demolition of structures within the school premises by officials of the Lagos State Building Control Agency. Olaoye said the allegations made by St. Margaret School are baseless, unfounded, and without merit. He said St. Margaret School along Ebute Road, Ikorodu, was visited by officials of the agency on the 27th March 2024 during a routine monitoring exercise at about 12:48 p.m. for the purpose of ascertaining the renovation works found to have been carried out in the school premises to ensure compliance with the regulatory provisions of the law. Olaoye explained that on arriving the school premises, the officials were assaulted by management from carrying out their lawful duties within the school premises. He reaffirmed LABCA's unwavering dedication to upholding the highest standards of professionalism, integrity, and accountability in the execution of their duties. A Nigerian lady, Miss Balumi Nubi, who embarked on a solo drive from London to Lagos, has arrived into the state of aquatic splendor at about 10 o'clock this morning. Miss Nubi was received at the Seme border into Lagos territory by top Lagos state government officials led by the Commissioner for Tourism, Art and Culture, Toke Benson Awoyinka, and her special advisor, Idris Aregbe. Nubi, who expressed her joy and gratitude to God for the safe trip, thanked the state government for the warm reception. She was received with display by the state cultural troops. Miss Nubi, a travel content creator, began her solo trip on the 31st of 2024. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency NDLEA have arrested a Delhi, India-bound passenger, Freeman Charles Obunna, at the screening point of Terminal 2 of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos, for ingesting 80 wraps of cocaine. Obunna was arrested while attempting to board his flight to Delhi, India via Doha on Qatar Airways with a Liberian international passport bearing the name Kara Bismarck. The NDLEA spokesman Femi Babafemi said the suspect was taken for a body scan which tested positive for ingestion of illicit drugs. Babafemi said the preliminary checks revealed his real identity as Freeman Charles Obunna and was subsequently placed under observation in NDLEA custody, where he started to manifest signs of discomfort. Now to the rest of the stories. The Nigerian Correctional Service is adopting multidimensional ways to address overcrowding in custodial centers across the country. Its spokesman, Abubakar Umar, said that one such way is through the construction of mega custodial facilities in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. Umar said that the reformation, rehabilitation, and reintegration of offenders have been upscaled since the introduction of the Nigerian Correctional Service Act 2019. He said the service has numerous workshop and skill acquisition centers for the training of inmates in various handwork. The Pan-Yoruba socio-cultural group Afenifere has condemned the hike in electricity tariff, asking President Bola Tinubu to compel the Ministry of Power to reverse the increase. Afenifere followed the Nigerian Electricity Distribution Company's NERC electricity tariff hike for Band A users, consumers who enjoy at least 20 hours of power supply. The group said the increment amounts to paying for inefficiency and further compounding the country's economic woes. And now to foreign news. China has conducted military combat patrols in the disputed South China Sea, raising the stakes in the disputed seas on the same day as the United States hold the first joint military exercises with the Philippines, Japan, and Australia. Beijing's surprise announcement of a naval drill on Sunday came a day after defense chiefs from the 4 countries said the Philippines will host joint drills in the same area on the same day. Beijing's People's Liberation Army Southern Theater Command said it is organizing a joint naval and air combat patrols in the South China Sea. And now sports. Rafael Nadal's withdrawal from the Monte Carlo Masters has cast doubt over the 22-time Grand Slam champion's participation at the French Open. But Novak Djokovic said he was still hoping for a final chapter in their storied rivalry. The 37-year-old Spaniard, who has said he expected to retire after the 2024 season, returned to competition in Brisbane in January after almost a year sidelined with a hip flexor injury, but has not played an ATP event since. Djokovic will begin his title in Monte Carlo on Tuesday without coach Goran Ivanisevic in his box after ending his highly successful partnership with the Croatian last month. The Serbian has been working with former doubles world number 1 Nenad Zimonjic in recent weeks. And that's all for the news at 4. Please do not drive beyond specified speed limits. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X, Traffic Radio 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration organized a forum for women across the 57 local government and local council development areas in the state with a view to enhancing their productivity and economic growth? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, has cautioned owners and drivers of vehicles to ensure that their vehicles are in good condition on any journey. The Nigerian Correctional Service is adopting multidimensional ways to address overcrowding in custodial centers across the country. We also told you that China has conducted military combat patrols in the disputed South China Sea, raising the stakes in the disputed seas on the same day as the United States holds the first joint military exercises with the Philippines, Japan, and Australia. And in sports, Rafael Nadal's withdrawal from the Monte Carlo Masters has cast doubt over the 22 times Grand Slam champion's participation at the French Open. But Novak Djokovic said he was still hoping for a final chapter in their storied rivalry. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebashing. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon and happy Sunday.